Collections, a fresh take on vintage resale. I'm Aubrey, and this is my capstone project for the MCAD MAGWD program fall 2023 cohort. At its core, Vignette Collections are thoughtfully curated vintage home decor sets. What inspired me to pursue this idea is a personal passion for retail and also noticing how popular vintage has become. I personally love mining vintage items. I love looking for unique pieces, and then digging into some research, I found that a lot of other people are finding joy in this too. But despite that, there is still the persisting challenge of time-intensive curation, from identifying unique pieces and finding other items that go with them, and these pose a significant hurdle for the average shopper in the vintage resale market. So with Vignette Collections, I thought that I might take those challenges, take them on personally, and then sell to these individuals who maybe don't have the time, interest, or know-how to curate scenes of their own, sell them full sets instead of individual vintage pieces, so they kind of get that aesthetic they're looking for, but they don't have to spend all of this time and kind of stress trying to find the perfect thing that goes with the other thing. So it's a hyper-local e-commerce experience specializing in the curation of vintage home decor scenes. What makes Vignette the solution to this problem of kind of time, know-how, and interest? A few of the biggest things here are the pre-curated sets, reducing the amount of decision-making time during purchase for customers. Product photos that show the sets in use will provide inspiration and direction for shoppers, and easy-to-use e-commerce experience will save consumers time and reduce complexity during the purchase process. How will Vignette be made? Thus far, I have worked on Vignette using Figma for wireframes and initial designs. I've used VS Code as my code editor while using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to build the hyperlocal e-commerce website, and I've also used the Creative Cloud to create assets. Where will Vignette live? So as far as final deliverables and what this looks like at the end of the semester and as a final project, the big piece here is the e-commerce website. Homepage, product description page, product listing page, custom and about pages are the core pages I'm tackling here. And then in addition to the e-commerce website, there will be a brand guide and then 8 curated sets to kind of get this initial idea across for this project. As far as review and testing for Vignette, during the prototyping phase, a screenshot of the homepage was reviewed via Google Forms by some of my coworkers. I work in the software industry, so it was a group of marketers, developers, and other designers like myself, so it was a kind of a nice test group for people who are somewhat tech and web savvy to take a look at the site. And now in this later phase, Vignette is currently in the hands of Tia DePover, the owner of Stress Vintage, a subject matter expert in the area of e-commerce vintage retail, and then John Payne, a front-end developer who I've worked with in the past for code review. They're going to be providing feedback based on a video walkthrough of the developed site alongside a set of questions I provided them via a Google form. And now I will kind of show the biggest piece here, which is the progress I've made on the website. So I've made a lot of progress in the last couple of weeks. The biggest pieces being page layouts, copy. That is mostly done in desktop form. This is the home page. We've got all of the set information uploaded, so you can link to individual sets from the home page here, a sign up for the newsletter section, and then the footer is complete in its design as well. Everything is updated kind of per how things have shaken out over this project. Initially, I thought maybe there would be like a bedroom or kitchen section, but shopping just ended up dictating that living and dining were the most popular areas for product sets. So photography will be to come in the next few weeks, but I have gone through and named all the sets and added them to their respective product listing pages so customers can come in and get an idea of what they can get for their living space. I have this kind of sticky, or rather fixed position text while they can scroll through photos on the left of a couple different sizes, kind of an editorial style. You get a description of the product and then details of what's included in the set. Since this project has changed a bit from its inception, people will not be purchasing from the website, but I do have a Find Near You button I'm thinking that ultimately this will lead individuals to somewhere like Facebook Marketplace where they can purchase these sets locally rather than creating a full e-commerce experience at this time. Yeah, so that's kind of the living section. You can go into dining. I've also built out the copy for all of these, and everything is on the product listing page. You can go in here and see the cool dining set, everything that's in it, and a description of what you're getting. And then I also built out more recently the custom page. So if someone is looking for something custom, I imagine customized curation services would be an aspect of this business with free consultations to get an idea of what people are looking for. And then I also include kind of some starter ideas. If someone maybe doesn't know what custom they might be looking for, this could kind of jog their memory and imagination about something they might need for their home. And then I've also created the About page, just kind of a simple, like public-facing version of the problem statement about what Vignette is, why Vignette exists, and then a quote from me just about why Vignette is important to me and what I'm hoping to do with the business. So you can also link back to the homepage from the header and the footer through the logos. So everything is linked. All the pages have copy. Really what the website needs from here, kind of go back to my presentation and walk through what I envision for the coming weeks. But what's left for the website is making it responsive for mobile and tablet usage. I still have some vintage items that I need to refurbish before I photograph them, so that's super tactile. And then collecting final subject matter feedback from Tia DePover and John Payne, like I mentioned earlier. And then in week 12, I'm planning to complete all of the product photography and work on my Capstone site. For product photography, initially I was hoping to photograph all of these sets in use, but since so many of them are dining heavy, I think the amount of work to kind of like cook and style and set up all these photo shoots is going to be a little bit much, so I'm going to kind of give myself the grace of photographing all of these products in my home. My husband is familiar with kind of like social media content, so I think he will be a great resource helping me complete those. And then from there, week 13, practicing the presentation, finalizing the Capstone site, and then week 14, we're already at presentations, and then we're close to done. So yeah, this is coming along. I feel like in the last week I've made a really big progress jump, and I think deciding that Vignette is a kind of speculative project for the purpose of Capstone and won't be picked up right away as a full side hustle after has lifted a big weight off my shoulders, and so that has felt really nice. Thank you for listening. Looking forward to your feedback.